Hey everyone, this is Cameron from SpeedCubeShop.com, and today we'll take a look at the upcoming GAN 356i carry. So the GAN 356i carry is sort of the revitalized version of the GAN I Play from my understanding. Looking at the box, it's a really nice sleek black design. I really like that the accessory box is even black, so GAN really went kind of all out on this super like sleek modern design. The 356i card that you come with it is actually really like nice. It's kind of like the Apple credit card quality. And I only know that because Carlos has one, fun fact. And you have like their social media on the back of the card. So moving along, I do know that this is supposed to feel pretty similar to the GAN 11M Pro in terms of performance from what I'm told from my people over at GAN. This does also have adjustable tension, so you get 3 different springs and 3 different, what do they call them? That's right, 3 different center distance travel. So, pulling this all out. So it looks like that you have, again, you have pack 1 for the springs, pack 3 for the springs, and then, I don't know if this is my pack 2, but it's an empty bag. So I was shorted by 1 pack of springs, but hey, we'll make it work. So a typical GAN cube bag, CFOP guide, and an instruction manual. So it kind of goes in, oh no. So never mind, false alarm. We do get the two sets of extra springs and the 2 center travel distance pieces because it obviously comes with the springs and the clear ones already installed in the cube. False alarm, my bad. So looking at the mechanism, it's interesting because obviously the springs are independent of the center distance travel. So I'll be really curious to see how that looks. From what I can see, these are, the green one is 0.6, the purple or blue one is 0.7, and the clear one is 0.5. And then I presume the springs, as they ascend, they're gonna get more springy, I believe. So taking a look at one of these, it kind of serves as like a top hat to put the spring into. So this will just kind of sit on top of the spring, and I think control how much the spring is compressed when you are solving the cube. So kind of an interesting take. I don't yet know what the pricing is gonna be for the GAN I carry, but I do know it's supposed to be pretty inexpensive as far as Bluetooth cubes go. Looking at the outside of the cube, we do have this nice frosted plastic, which is sort of becoming the standard on all GAN stickerless puzzles. Color scheme is gonna be the same as the 11M Pro and recent releases, so I'm all good with that. It does feel like it has some pretty good weight in the middle, probably of course due to all of the electronics. And I do believe this one has the gyroscope technology. Unfortunately, I won't be able to test that because the CubeStation app is currently not working for me, or really anybody else, it seems like, for that matter. Let's go ahead and do some first turns. Not bad, guys. It definitely, the weight of it kind of is throwing me off a little bit because I think that the GAN 11M Pro, being so lightweight, it can turn a bit more effortlessly, whereas this being a bit heavier and more dense takes a little bit more effort. But like anything, after lubrication and after you adjust the tensions, I'm sure this will be, it can be adjusted pretty much to your liking. So setting this down for a second, I kind of want to clear out my work area. So the biggest thing about this GAN I carry is that the battery is not chargeable. So people had tons of issues with the charging dock for the previous GAN 356i, and GAN completely did away with it. So what they did now is it's a disposable battery that is supposed to last you an hour a day for 280 days, AKA 280 hours. So I guess depending on the battery brand and how long you're using it, that may or may not be extremely accurate. So take that with a little grain of salt. But fortunately, the battery is actually not too difficult to release. You're gonna wanna go ahead and pop out some of the edges and corners, and then you're gonna have this little like door that you can unscrew and then pull out the battery and put the new one in. So I'm really happy to see that this is, I think, a pretty good solution in my opinion to that charging dock. And I mean, worst case, if you're taking this with you on the go, hence the name GAN I Carry, just bring maybe a spare battery with you or something like that in your cubing bag. let's go ahead and focus on the cube. So I'm gonna go ahead and pop off one of the center caps. All right, there we go. Wow, definitely a very foreign sort of look. Just getting kind of used to these like top hat pieces. So these are adjustable just like the numerical IPG, but each one only has one setting. So again, you have the 0.5, the 0.6, and the 0.7. You can go ahead and just change them out pretty easily by gradually pushing down and then going counterclockwise until you hit 0 setting, which should be easier than this, but I'll mess with it a little bit more. My nails are a little bit long for this part of the video, but let's go ahead and do a quick solve on this. Man, this is a bad solve. Definitely on these clear, like top hat pieces, I'm gonna call them, just for convenience. I don't like the corner cutting or the feel of the cube. It's way too tight and I'm struggling to even hit 45 degrees. And I think that as I've been getting spoiled by newer releases, my turning has gotten a little bit more sloppy. So I do kind of rely on that corner cutting a little bit more. So we'll be curious to see which one I do end up liking the best out of all of these. I'm probably gonna wanna do, I don't know, the greens or the blues, and I'll have to mess out with the springs. That's the one thing about these GAN cubes that makes them so great, but also for somebody like me who just kind of wants it to be good out of the box, it can be a bit of an issue because I don't really take like a ton of pleasure messing with all the different springs and top hats. I mean, it is fun like when we're designing like cosmic cubes and supernova cubes and trying to get that all dialed in, but for my personal cubes, I just pretty much want something that's like, take it out, ready to go on the fly. So let me go ahead and try to mess with this again and see if I can get it figured out, because it should just be like the normal GAN cubes. Okay, I was bamboozled, and whoops. It looks like you actually have to push down and twist on this middle piece right here, this kind of orange thing, if you can see that a little bit. So let's see if I can get this figured out. So guys, I've established, and so has Carlos, that we are not a huge fan of this adjustment system. It either like destroys your fingernails or, I mean, we're doing something wrong, because on GAN's video, it looks a lot easier than what we're having trouble with. I mean, you push it down and then you're supposed to rotate the orange piece to where it like unlocks and can pop up. I almost just had my eye shot out when one of these springs shot up at me. So I don't know, I'm trying out the blue ones right now, and from what I have felt so far, I like the feel, but I mean, installing this thing is not easy. Okay, so I got to push down. Now I have to like really quickly twist it like that. So that time it went easy on the installation, but the removal is just not fun. So I'll try one more for you guys. Oh God, all right. Oh, so this time now it's clear, like in the video, so maybe this will be easier. Oh God, push down and then unlock. Gosh, what the heck, man? This is way too difficult. Oh, I got it. Okay, all right, making progress. So who knows, guys? I mean, I'm sure like anything, as the cube breaks in and as you get kind of more used to this, it won't be too bad, but I am just struggling right now. I think combination of a lot of things, but there we go. Went on easier, so already in better shape than before. So far, I really actually like the feel of this. These blue springs with the default springs with the blue top hat are really nice. That feels really solid. So let me go ahead and finish these off, and then I'll give you guys my final thoughts. All right, this feels a lot better. So a lot easier turning, a lot more fluid, a lot less effort. So I really like the feel of this. If you pick up the GAN I carry, it'll be available at SpeedCubeShop.com pretty soon. Don't yet know what the price is again, but we'll keep you guys posted. Mess with it, enjoy it, and you can master this tensioning mechanism, and that way you can laugh at me and say you're better than me at it. But It's cool, you can see the light kind of flashing when it indicates that it's on, so I presume that when you just start turning it is when it powers on, and I'm sure it powers off after a period of time when you stop turning it. Go ahead and do one last redemption solve, and then that will be it. So let's see. Oh my gosh. I'm all nervous. It's a good puzzle, well made. I think this will be a big hit. Very excited for it to be released. Thank you to GAN for sending me it. I hope you all enjoyed.